morning, student. So now we are covering the last topic of strings, that is string functions. So here we will cover almost all those functions which are either in our syllabus or are required to make a good program. So the functions as mentioned here in various categories. So I will discuss one by one. So like here, if you see, the first function is len function. Len, str, ord and chr function. So len function you can use to find the length of a sequence, or you can say you want to find the number of elements in any iterative sequence, then you can use the len function. Like say if s is equal to welcome to my YouTube channel, suppose this is your string, and if we say print len of s, so it will print the length of the string, that is 29. There are total 29 characters from 0 to 28. So that is the length of your string. Okay, so this is just a sequence, and you are getting the length of this particular sequence, right? Then we are having another function, that is str. The str function is basically used to convert any data type, any other data type, into a string. Say suppose if somewhere I am saying, say print 12 plus hello, you get an error because 12 is a number and hello is a string. You cannot add a number with a string, or say since these are two different data types, so they are not going to be operated together. So what do we want to do? We want to convert 12 into a string. So to convert 12 into a string, we will use the str function, str12. So 12 is an integer, and this integer will be converted to a string. Now if you run this particular statement, you are getting 12 hello, that is 12 as a string and then hello as a string. Both the strings are concatenated with the help of plus operator or concatenation operator. So this is your str function to convert any data type. It is not necessary that we convert only integers. Say suppose I want to convert a float number, so I can simply write like this, and this will also be converted to a string. Okay, the third is your ord function, that is the ordinal function. It gives you the ordinal number in the character set, like, or in simplest words you can say what is the ASCII code of the character. Okay, what is the ASCII code of the character? Like, say capital A, that the ASCII code of capital A is 65, the ASCII code of small a is 97. So suppose if somewhere we are saying print ord of capital A, so it will give you 65, right? Say if the same thing I'm going to get calculate for k, it will be giving me 75. So ord of k will be 75. Similarly, the opposite of ord function is chr. We can get the character of any ordinal number. Say suppose I want to check what is the character of 97. So 97 is ASCII code of a small a. So if I say chr 97, it will give me a. So this is how we can use these four string functions: the length function, the str function, the ord function and the chr function, right? Similarly, there are two more functions which you can use, the min function and max function. The min and max function can also be used with the string. Like say suppose if I'm writing somewhere, say print min of, say, Pawan. So min of Pawan is a. No. Min of Pawan is capital P, because the ordinal number of capital P is smallest in all these numbers. So if I say min of pay per month, you are getting P. And if I say max of the same thing, say print max of, say PAVAN. So in this particular case, you will be getting the max as V. V is the highest character. Okay, so this is what you can use. You can use the min and max also. Then we are having these are the transformations. If you want to transform data from one type to another, one case to another case, then you can use lower, upper, title and capitalize. Say suppose A is equal to hello, rather say like this, hello. Now if we say print A dot lower, these are the methods they have to use with the string. Okay, the len function or chr function or str function or min max, they are not the method, they are the functions, okay, which takes an argument, okay, of any sequence of any data type or whatever it is. But here we are talking about lower, upper, title and capitalize function. So these functions are the member function of string class, str class. So they are termed as method, and methods are always used with the object of the class. So we are using A, that is the object of a string class, dot lower. So A will be converted to lower cases and it will produce a new string like hello. Everything is in small letter. Okay, similarly we can use upper. So the entire thing here, you can see the small letters L is converted to the capital letter. So lower and upper can be used to capitalize, lower and upper can be used to convert the text in lower case or in upper case. Then suppose we are having A is equal to, say, Kendriya Vidyalaya. Suppose A is Kendriya Vidyalaya, and now I'm going to use the title case. So if I write print A dot title, so title case means each word of the string, like here there are two words, the Kendriya word and the Vidyalaya word. So each word of the string will have first letter as capital letter and rest of the letter as small letter. This is also known as proper case. Okay, so when I say Kendriya Vidyalaya, you can see the K is in capital and V in is capital and rest of the characters are in small letters. So this is your title case. And similarly we can use the capitalize. Say if I am saying print A dot capitalize. So this capitalize functions, basically it is similar to title case, but in title each word will have first letter as capital letter, but in capitalize only the first character of the string will be capital and rest of the character will be small. Here it means in capitalize case we will also convert it to small letters. So if we run it, so you can see in title case the first letter of each word is capital, and in capitalized case only K is in capital, rest of the characters are in small letter, irrespective in what form, in what way it has been written. So these are the four case conversion functions, that is lower, upper, title and capitalize. Then we are having functions which are related to the Boolean operations, that is functions. There are lots of is functions like is digit, is alpha, is lower, is upper, is alnum, is space. Then we are having is title. Is title is also there, okay, whether the text is in title case or not, like this. So this is, so these functions gives you either true or false. Okay, if all the character of the strings are having these properties which are mentioned here, like digit, if all the characters of a string is digit, then is digit will be true. Is alpha, if all the characters of the string are alphabets, then it is true. If all the characters are in lowercase, then it is true. If all the characters are in uppercase, then it is true. If all the characters are either alphabets or numbers, that is digit, then it is true. If it is having just blank space only, nothing else, then it is true. Right? So this case is applicable to all the characters. Okay. So like say suppose we are having a is equal to say Pawan, suppose b is equal to Pawan, c is equal to 1 2 3, d is equal to 1 2 3, ab. So we are having these four, and let's start with these four only. So if I say print a dot is digit, print a dot is digit, so my answer will be false, because in a we are not having digits. If I say print say d dot is digit, the answer will be again false, because in d all the characters are not digit. There are some characters which are not digit. Okay, but if we say c dot is digit, the answer will be true. All the characters in c are digits. Similarly, if we say is alnum, c dot is alnum, the answer will be true. In C, we are having alphabets and digits. If we say d dot is alnum, the answer will be still true. If we say a dot is alnum, the answer is still true, either alphabet or digits or numbers. Okay, but we say is alpha, here if we say a is equal print a dot is upper, the answer will be what? False. All the characters are at uppercase. But if we say a dot upper dot is upper, that means we convert a into capital letter and then we check whether it is in uppercase, so the answer will be true. Right? If we say suppose b is equal to a dot title, so a is written in random way but b is in title case, we can print it, print b, you can see it is in the proper case. Now if I write here print b dot is title, it is true, it is in title case. But if at the same time we say a dot is title, it is false, a is not in title case. So this is how you can use these functions, is digit, is alpha, is lower, is upper, is alnum, is space, and so on. Then we are having strip characters. Strip, it is almost similar to the trim characters, trim function of MySQL or trim function of your basic or C++ or other programming languages. So these are the trim functions, and trim functions are basically used to remove characters from the beginning or from the end, unwanted character from the beginning and from the end. Suppose I am having a is equal to say Pawan, like this. In the beginning and at the end I am having some characters. Similarly b is equal to okay. Now if I say print a dot strip, it will remove all unwanted blank space from the beginning and end of the string a. It means the blank spaces which are in the beginning of Pawan and at the end of Pawan will be removed with the help of strip function. Okay, you can check it also. See, if I say print, this is Pawan. Okay, now to check it whether it is really working or not, say I am saying b dot strip. You can see if you add here, if you write print a plus b, what it will print? It will print Pawan Kumar with lots of blank space. There is a blank space before Pawan, blank space after Pawan, blank space before Kumar, blank space after Kumar. But if you use the strip function a dot strip plus b dot strip, so a dot strip, it will remove all the blank space leading and trailing. These are the leading blank space and these are the trailing blank space from Pawan, and same with the Kumar. So string is Pawan Kumar without any blank space. Okay, where strip is used to remove leading and trailing both unwanted characters, you can use L strip and R strip to remove the unwanted character from the left and from the right. Like if suppose I am writing print a dot L strip, it means from A I want to remove the leading blank space, and B dot R strip, and from B I want to remove trailing blank space. You can see before Pawan there is no blank space, but after Pawan there are blank space. Then before Kumar there are blank space, but after Kumar there is no blank space. You can see I cannot select beyond this. Okay, so this is the end. Or vice versa, if I am saying, say if I say print a dot R strip plus b dot L strip, see the leading blank space are available here. Why? Because it is right R strip, and trailing blank space are available here because it is L strip. Okay, so this is you can use. Now when we are using the strip function without any argument, then it simply checks unwanted blank space. But if suppose you want to remove certain specific characters, like suppose a is equal to www.kvsuranussi.com, and I issue a statement print a dot strip, and here I am specifying, say if it contains dot, if it contains w, or it contains m. Okay, you can write in any order, it doesn't matter. So if any of these characters are, these are the unwanted characters. So if I run it, so you can see, say www from the beginning including the dot, this has been removed, and similarly here you can see at the end only m has been removed, dot is not removed, because before m we are having another character o which is required, which need not to be removed, stripped. Okay, so this is how you can use it. Or say suppose if I am writing here at the same place, if I use this L strip, see I am writing here L strip and writing here R strip. So in L strip only the characters from the left is removed, www dot removed, rest of the thing is here. And in R strip everything from the left remains, only the character from the right, that is m, has been removed. So this is how you can use the strip function. So these are the strip function. Then we are having starts with, ends with. It is used to check whether the string starts with a particular character or ends with a particular character. Suppose your string is a is equal to, say, Kendriya Vidyalaya. Now if we say print a dot starts with, say I want to check whether it starts with YA. So the answer will be what? Of course, answer will be false. Okay, the answer will be false because this string it starts with Kendri K. It is not starting with YA or Y. But if I specify that I don't want to check from the beginning, I want to check from a particular position, from this particular position. That is, say I want to check whether this string starts with from YA from this position. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from 6 position. So YA comma 6, and the answer is true. From the 6th position, the string it starts with YA, right? Suppose if I write from 6 to 8, from 6 to 8, does the string starts with YA? The answer is true. From 6th, what is 6th position? Y. 7th and blank space is 8. But if I say from 6 to 7, does the string starts with YA? The answer will be false. Listen, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6th position, the string is Y. So it starts from, as Y, A from 6th position. But again on 7th I am having A, but it says false. Why? Because this is the start, from where you want to start and where you want to end. And whenever we are talking about end, please remember, end not included. In slicing we have discussed and not included. So 7 is not included. So starting from 6th to 7 minus 1, that is 6th, Y. And Y does not starts with YA. Y starts with Y. But Y does not starts with YA. Like if I say simply this Y and I run it, it is true. But if I say YA and I run it, it is false. In the same case, you can use the ends with, like if I write, say, does this string ends with YA? The answer will be true. The string ends with YA. Okay. But if suppose at this particular position I want to check whether the string ends with YA, so this is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From 12th position, I want to check whether the string ends with YA. Say, let's make it as. The answer is false. From 12th position onwards, the string ends here. If I write here, suppose 0, 12 and then 0, 13, sorry, 0, 13 and say run. This is true. 0 to 14, from 0 to 14. So this is your 0 to 14, not including end. So 0 to 14. So is this string ends with YA? Yes, this string ends with YA. But this string is not ending with YA right now. Okay, or I can say from 0 to, or rather say from 0, say suppose I am saying from 2 to say 8. The answer is still true. From 2 to 8. This is the string 2 to 8, not including 8. So it ends with YA. So this is how you can use the starts with and ends with. Finally, we are having this particular set: find, replace, split and join. So find, it is used to search a particular string. Say A is equal to, again the same example I am taking, Kendriya Vidyalaya, and suppose we want to find, so we are saying print A dot find. What exactly you want to find? Suppose I want to find YA, or simply Y. I want to find Y. So it gives you the first occurrence of Y. First occurrence of Y is available at 6th position. But suppose I want to find next occurrence of Y. So Y comma 6 plus 1, that is 7. From 7th onward, if I am not providing this value, it means from the beginning. But I don't want to search from the beginning. I want second occurrence. So second occurrence means after 6. So after 6 means From 7th I want to search Y. It is available at 12. This is the 12th position where Y is available. And then further I can say suppose I want to search from the 13th position. From 13th position Y is at available 16th position, and suppose I am performing the same operation from 17th position, the answer will be -1. -1 means the string not found. Whenever the substring you are searching is not available, it gives you -1. 0 means available at the beginning. So this is how you can say where you want to search, what you want to search, from which position you want to start your searching. And similarly, you can specify the end of search also. Suppose I want to search Y from the beginning to 6. From the beginning to 6. To 6 means end is 6. And end is 6 means what? End is 6 means not including the end. Up to 5 only. Okay. So up to 5 there is no YA. You can see you will be getting -1. But if I say it's 7, your answer will be 6. You can see the difference. So this is how you can use the find function. Then we are having replace. Same thing. It is the find, and in find I can simply write here replace replace Y, and I want to replace Y with say capital Y. You can see all the Y. Here it is not the first occurrence or second occurrence or third occurrence. All the Y has been replaced. Okay, all the Y has been replaced. So with the replace, we have to specify which character we want or set of character we want to replace, and how. Suppose I want to replace YA with Y star. So this is all YA has been replaced with Y star. So this is how you can use the replace function. Then we are having split function. Split function is very good function. It is used to divide a string into multiple strings. Say suppose A is equal to say Pawan, say Mohan, Das, Karam, Chand, Gandhi. So this is your A, and I say B is equal to A dot split. So when I say B is equal to A dot split, what happens? This entire string is splitted into multiple substrings, and the delimiter, or you can say the separator, will be blank space. Here blank space will be treated as a separator. So this is your first blank space, that will be first string, second string, third string, fourth string, and fifth string. And what you will get as a result, you will be getting a list of string. A list of string. You can see here, say if I say print B, you will be getting a list of string. Just see B. What is B? First string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string. We can specify the character also, like in our case we are having blank space as a character. Blank space as a character. That means blank space is delimiter. The blank space is delimiter here, and the result will be same. You can limit also, like how many strings you want. Say suppose I don't want these 5 strings, I want just 3 strings. So first string will be Mohan, second string will be Das, and third string will be Karam Chand Gandhi. No, this is Mohan, Das, Karam and Chand Gandhi. Mohan, Das, Karam and Chand Gandhi. 0, 1, 2 and 3. Right, this is just one string. If I say I just want 2, so it will be Mohan, Das and Karam Chand Gandhi. If I say it is say 1, then it will be Mohan and then Das, Karam Chand Gandhi. And if I say 0, what happen? It will not split the thing at all. Suppose I use comma as a separator. Like this. Karam Chand Gandhi. And now if I say it will not split anything because there is no blank space. So we have to specify the splitter comma, that our terminating character is comma. So this is the same, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. And with this also you can specify how many you want. So suppose you want only 3, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, comma is included here. You can see the comma is in between here. So this is how you can use the split function. And finally we are having the join function. Join is used to join two or more iterables, iterable strings. Like say suppose we say, suppose print hash dot join. Now here we have to specify any iterable item, say iterable item, that is list. So suppose we are having the same thing, same entries, Mohan, comma, Das, Karam, Chand, Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So what happens? It will join all these 5 strings into one, opposite to split somehow. And the joining character, the concatenating character will be this hash sign. Just run it simply. Mohan, hash Das, hash Karamchand, Karam, hash Chand, hash Gandhi. So all these characters are concatenated, and in between each concatenation there is a symbol used hash. Suppose if I write here, say JOINED, joined, so it will be Mohan joined Das, joined Karam, joined Chand, joined Gandhi, Mohan, like this. So this is how you can use the join function. So this is all about the functions, important functions which we have discussed here. I did some mistakes also here, but hope you will ignore this. And then these are the some of the programs which you have to make. Write a program to find the length of a string, very easy program. Okay, write a program to check whether a string is a palindrome or not. Write a program to input a string and then to print it in toggle case. Toggle means if the string is in small letter, it will be printed in capital. If it is in capital, it will be printed in small. If it is in mixed, so small will be converted to capital and capital will be converted to small. And write a program to input name and then to print the initial name. Initial means like Mohandas Karamchand, it will be MDKC or MDK Chand, whatever you like. You can make 2 different program, one to this type of initial, another to this type of initial. Then write a program to input a string and then to convert in proper case, proper case, without using the functions, without using the inbuilt function. You have to do it by yourself. Write a program to input 2 strings and then concatenate them in such a way that the resultant string contains alternate character from another string. Like say, suppose the 2 strings are Ram and Shyam, so one character from Ram, another character from Shyam. So R, S, then A, H, then M, Y, and then A, N, the remaining character of the second string. So these are some of the programs. Try to make these programs, and in case of any problem, please feel free to discuss.